Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, on second thought. Hi, guys. Welcome back to On Second Thought, your favorite podcast ever. I hope everyone is doing well. As you can see, I'm in a different spot. Basically, I'm wearing my work clothes and I didn't really feel like sitting on my bed. It's before work, so I was just like, I want to sit in a chair and not on my bed. And also, I'm wearing my boots. If you're watching on video, I'm holding them up. So I was like, I just want to wear my full outfit. I don't really feel like taking my boots off and just being in my socks for you guys. Anyways, it is a beautiful day out. I'm starting my first day of work. Not my first day ever, but I'm going back to work. I'm a working mother, need to provide for my family, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm going back to work because I need to get money. That's why you work, So this week, I thought I would talk about why I'm so hard on myself, or like I'm just feeling so terrible. I've been feeling like a literal ass. I've been like so mean to myself. I feel like just like I said, I think last week, sorry if that's really loud, but I just have been like not feeling it. This time of year is always so weird for me. And like, how do I even describe it? It's just like a really reflective time of year. And I think that like being home for such a long period of time, it makes me just feel weird. And I don't even know how to describe it. But basically, I have been so mean to myself, and I try to give myself grace and just tell myself that I'm like literally doing great. I'm doing fine. But I'm constantly telling myself that I hate myself, which is not good, because if I just keep doing that, then I'm not going to even be able to, I'm going to believe it. You know what I mean? Like, if you just keep telling yourself something like that, then you're just going to start believing it. And then it's just like you're going to feel worse and worse. And I feel like I'm the type of person that I have like really high like ups. Like I'll feel really, really good. And then sometimes I'll just feel like really, really shitty. And that's how I'm feeling like currently. And so let me tell you guys a little story. So basically, yesterday I surfed with my boyfriend. I'm going to just tell you guys his name because I always refer to him as my boyfriend and I don't like that. His name is Sawyer. Okay? Yesterday I surfed with Sawyer and it was the first time that I've like surfed with him in like probably a year. And the reason that it's been so long is, well, one, it's like there's surf right now and like there's surf in the winter. But like I don't like surfing. Like I just have had a hard time surfing because, or like getting around the obstacle of wanting to surf, because basically a year ago I was surfing at this one, like it's a chill spot, like it's a very family spot, and I didn't like have a leash because we both paddled out and we didn't have leashes in the truck. So we just paddled out, thought it was gonna be fine. It was fine. Like I'm really great at grabbing my board if I fall off. Like, yeah. But basically, I caught a wave. And this is like the first time that I've like told this story publicly, I guess. Like, I don't want anyone to know this, but like I thought I would just share. So I caught a wave and the surf was like really weird and super choppy, and like the waves were like breaking in a weird way. And I go for this one wave and it was just a steep, bad wave, and I fall off. And I try to grab my board and it like went into this lady who was also surfing, and I go up to her and I'm like, and I grab my board and I'm like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Like multiple times I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, did my fin hit you? Like, are you okay? And she says, yeah, I'm fine. And I keep telling her, like, I am so sorry. Like, I did not, like, I just kept telling her I'm so sorry. And then, like, I paddle away. She was with her husband, I guess. And I just like paddle away because I'm like, oh God, I felt so awful. So, you know, I keep surfing. Sora's not in the water because he went to go get wax. He had to go buy wax because he didn't have any. So I'm out there by myself. And I'm kind of just like sitting, waiting for waves. And then her fucking husband paddles up to me, literally starts flipping out at me, saying how I took a chunk out of her leg with my fin. And I literally tell him, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, why didn't you tell me? Like, I didn't know. Like, she said she was fine. And I kind of just like feel like a little bit stunted. Like, I just didn't know what to say because I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, she said she was okay. And he's like, you should really be wearing a leash out here. There's kids out here, like, swimming. And I'm like, I know, like, I didn't have a leash, like, in the truck. Like, I know I should be surfing with a leash. I just didn't have one. And he just kind of was going off at me about not wearing a leash. And obviously, like, duh. Like, yeah, I know I should have been wearing a fucking leash. I don't know. This story, like, literally makes me feel like shit. So anyway, so then, like, he's yelling at me. And then this other guy paddles up to me. And overhears that he's like, what, you're not wearing a leash out here? And he starts yelling at me too. Two fucking middle-aged grown men start yelling at a little 19-year-old girl. And the thing about this other guy that starts yelling at me was that I was like letting his daughter take my waves. Like she was like probably 8 years old. Very cute. And he was like pushing her on waves. But like I had priority. So I was just like letting her go because whatever. So I was like really upset. Sora paddles out as all of this is happening, like as they're fucking yelling at me. And they both like paddle away, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I literally had no words because I was like, what the fuck is happening? This spot that I've literally been surfing in at like my entire life literally made me feel like so terrible. And Sora paddles out, and I'm literally like sobbing. Like, I could not stop crying. And like the rip is just like pulling me away. Like I've like, anyways, this just like literally makes me feel like shit. So then like I'm like, I want to leave. Like, so I start to paddle in. Like, this is literally a year ago and it still makes me emotional. But like I start to paddle in and I'm like, can't stop crying. Like, I am literally like cannot stop crying. And I go in and I just like, oh my God, sorry. This like literally just like makes me really sad because like it just sucks when you're like to do something. Oh my God, what the fuck? I have to work soon, guys. Don't let me cry. Anyways, it's just like it sucks when you love to do something so much and then like people start just fucking yelling at you. Not only was it like, I know I should have been wearing a fucking leash, whatever. But the fact that they just like kept drilling it in and like making me feel so much worse, I just like, it was just unbelievable. And it just made me feel so terrible, like so awful. So anyways, paddle in, we go back to Sora's truck and I like cannot stop crying. We literally drove to go swim whatever somewhere else. And like, it was like, it's like a 20-minute drive to where we were going. I literally cried like the whole way. Like, that was like the worst fucking experience I've ever had in my life. That was just so awful. I literally have never felt that awful in my life, and it still makes me feel like shit. Like, oh, like those guys, like those two fucking grown men, sorry, you guys have no idea the impact that they have had on me. And it makes me so sad because it's like, I don't want to feel shitty. I don't want to like not want to surf, but like literally it makes me feel so awful the way that they like talked to me and like spoke down to me. And I felt like they do not like even respect me as a person. Like they were literally yelling at me, you guys. Like, sorry, I'm like not trying to cry. I'm like trying to hold these fucking tears back because I just can't. I can't. But yeah, so anyways, I've like been thinking about that situation like so much recently because like you do something your whole life, you literally surf your whole life, and then it's like this, it literally feels like it came down to this like one moment where these fucking guys just like yelled at me in the water, and it like ruined my whole like image of surfing. Like, I used to surf with my dad and it would be like a really fun time, and then these two guys just decided that, like, they have to take it on and be the fucking surf police and yell at me. in the water. So yeah, I have just been like thinking about that a lot lately, and that has just been making me feel so shitty. And that's like the main reason why I just like hate surfing, and I like don't ever want to surf again, because like, I don't know, this one experience when these two stupid guys yelled at me in the water. And like, Sawyer always tells me like, don't let it bother you. Like, he's been yelled at in the water before too. But for some reason, like, that situation, like that literally sucked so bad. Just the fact that like two different guys had to like say something to me, one of which I didn't do anything. Like, the second guy that paddled up, I was literally letting his daughter take my waves, which is fine. Literally, that's fine. Like, I was letting her. I don't care. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think I'm being over exaggerate? Do you know what I mean? Do you think I'm being dramatic about this whole situation? Because personally, like I think I am, and I think I should get over it, but literally I cannot get over it. It has been like a fucking year, you guys, and I can't get over this. And yeah, so yesterday, basically, when me and Sawyer surfed, I like immediately just started thinking about that situation, and just started thinking about these guys that yelled at me. And for some reason, like, it literally, like, I feel so worthless because of that. Like, I feel like I can't even, I don't know. It just sucks, because I feel like I'm so hard on myself already. And like, you know, you want to surf, like, I want to surf, and I want to be able to do something that I like and have a fun time with, but I literally can't. Like, I can't even have a good time because I have this like one bad experience that I just cannot push aside and get over. I don't know why. It literally, like, it affects me so much, and I hate thinking about that experience. And I feel like anytime I like talk to anyone about it, or like when I've talked to people about it, like, it doesn't sound as bad as it was, but like, it like eats me up. Like, it seriously, like, that whole situation like eats me up. And yeah, so that's my story about surfing, and how I just like feel like I don't deserve to surf, basically, and how I just feel fucking stupid and worthless. And yeah, and I don't even know. I just have been feeling like shit recently. And then I think, like, going out and surfing yesterday, I just, like, I kept, like, replaying that whole fucking situation in my head. And I just, like, can't get over it. And it just makes me feel, like, so terrible. And I don't want to feel this way. Because no one wants to feel worthless. No one wants to feel like shit. And it's hard to, like, remember that, like, there are so many great things about myself, I guess. Or, like, I have so many capabilities, and I am worthy. I am not worthless. I am, like, I'm beautiful, and I'm strong, and I'm smart, and I work really hard in school, and I am able to achieve a bunch of stuff. And, like, I have achieved a lot of stuff in my life. And it's hard to, like, focus on all those things when, like, you have, like, one big thing that's just, like, sitting in your mind. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this because I think that, like, it's not unrealistic to, like, people, hold on, let me collect myself. I think it's normal to have things eat at you. And I think that we, like, need to figure out a way to get around these things that are making us feel like shit, because otherwise it's not going to get better. Like, it's literally, like, it's not going to get better. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to just get over it. And I think just, like, by facing it, like, facing the reality that, like, yeah, I went through that, and those two fucking idiot guys yelled at me, and they made me feel really bad. But you know what? They're moving on with their lives, and they probably haven't even thought about that for, like, 1 second. They probably didn't even think about that at all. And, okay, sorry, I'm going to keep talking about this. That makes me even more angry, knowing that these guys don't realize, like, the effect that they had on someone, and, like, thinking, like, are they really, like, going around and yelling at people in the water? You, like, understand they had a reason to, like, say something to me because I wasn't wearing a leash, and it could have been a risk, and my board could have hit someone. Sure. I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about because I feel like I don't want to be like judged, and I don't want people to think like, oh my God, she's so sensitive because she thinks that this one situation is like so terrible and detrimental. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm sure I know everyone has those situations where like they feel like that was just a dire situation and like they're never going to move past it. But like, the truth is, we just gotta take it one day at a time, honestly. And I think like by surfing yesterday and just like trying to surf and just trying to get out there, I'll get over it, because that's like really what was like blocking me from wanting to surf. Like I just was like so scared of getting yelled at, I guess. I don't know, like not even getting yelled at by anyone, but like literally just getting yelled at by like a man. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know. I just have been feeling so fucking terrible. Very, very feeling worthless. And I think like just being vulnerable with you guys maybe will help. Maybe you guys can like take my little thing and realize like that there's a way to approach everything that's like maybe making you feel really bad, because no one should like be able to make you feel that worthless. Like those two fucking dumbass men, sorry, they should not have been able to let me to like be able to make me feel this way, because the only person that can make me feel like shit is myself. And that's literally what I'm doing. I'm letting those stupid people who had to, just be like kind of like deliberately rude to me rather than like being nice, like they had to, I kind of like take that, what they did, and use it as an excuse to eat at myself and make myself feel worthless, because at the end of the day, I am the one that's like really making it worse than it actually is. Like I'm like tearing up over it because yeah, it sucked. It was a shitty situation that like this fucking surf spot that I've surfed at like my whole life, I got yelled at, you know what I mean? So I think like the best thing for me to do to, not feel worthless is to maybe just come to the realization that like I didn't do anything wrong. Like sure, I should have been wearing a leash, but I shouldn't be letting this eat at me after a year. You know what I mean? I shouldn't let this stop me from doing something that I've done my whole life, and keep me from surfing, because surfing is like so fun and it makes me happy when I do it a lot and I get good at it and I'm consistent with it. Okay, so you know what, guys? My second thoughts for this week are taking control of your own mindset and not letting those thoughts in the back of your head eat at you, because that's when we start to feel worthless. The reason I'm feeling worthless is because I'm letting that little stupid, we're going to call it a little stupid situation, eat at me for a whole year, and it's preventing me from doing something that I love. And you guys, remember that you're not worthless. I'm not worthless. No one is worthless. Everyone is worthy of love and doing the things that they like, even if they feel like they're not good enough. I'm always feeling like people tell me to sell my knit sweaters, and I literally think to myself, I'm like, why would anyone want to buy this? Like, there's so many better, more talented people than me. But it's like, you can't let yourself get down. I mean, even with my podcast, I always feel so shitty. Like, I'm always like, I go up and I'm like, this is great. Like, this is going to become something. This is going to be awesome. And then sometimes I'm like, there are so many funnier people who have, funnier people out there who just are so smart and give such great advice and have way better podcasts than me. And why am I even doing this? But it's like, why not? Literally, everyone has to do something. Everyone has to start somewhere in their lives. Everyone has to do the things that they love and the things that they're excited about. Because when I started this podcast, I was so excited about it. And I'm still like, you know what? Sometimes, you guys, I get 1, maybe 2 listeners to my podcast. And that is literally okay. And I'm probably going to get only a few people listening. But, like, I love it. And I'm going to keep doing it. And I don't care how many fucking listeners I get. Because every single person that has listened, thank you so much. And it just means so much. Because it's like, I'm putting my energy into this. And I spend my time doing this. And it's like, spend the time to do the things you love. You know, if you love to knit, do your knitting and just keep at it, because literally for me, it took me so long to get good, and now I'm knitting and I make really cool sweaters, and I do love my sweaters, and people want me to sell my sweaters. So it's like, don't get discouraged, and you are worthy, because you have so much to offer, and I have so much to offer too, and we all have so much to offer and share. And it's like, even if 2 people love what you're doing, that is 2 people that love what you're doing, and then maybe the next day it'll be 3 people. And it's like, you can't sell yourself short, because you have a gift at something, and you're talented, and you're loved, and your family loves you. And it's like, do what you want to do, work at the things that you care about, and just remember that you're so loved. You're not worthless. If you're feeling worthless, you are so worthy. Like, write down all of the things that you love about yourself, because it can really help. And the moments in your life that maybe make you feel worthless, just remember that those moments do not make you worthless at all. Like, you need to show yourself that you love yourself, and you can't let those little moments eat at you. Because look at me. I've been feeling worthless for, like, shitty about surfing for 1 year, for a whole fucking year, and like prevented my, like, and literally they said, like, I don't want to surf, like, I don't want to go out, even if it's like perfect waves, you know what I mean? Just do it, okay? Just take it one step at a time, and remember that, like, maybe it's not those situations that are making you feel worthless. Maybe it's just your own mind that's just eating at you. And you need to show yourself love to be able to get around those situations. Because at the end of the day, everyone's just trying to figure it out. And if someone is actually, like, making you feel like shit, that is their own problem. And they need to go deal with that. But also, maybe they don't even realize that what they're saying to you is really hurtful. So you need to be able to have that confidence in yourself and feel strong in yourself to, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and be an awesome person every day. Not every day. You don't have to be awesome every day, because that's a lot to ask. I feel like I'm awesome 1 or 2 days out of the year, if we're being honest. Okay? So just, you know what, guys? Just keep your head high, and you will get through it, and we will get through it. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I love you. And I think that, like, just stay strong. I don't know. I keep saying all these little quotes, and I'm like, I think I need to end the podcast, because I think I've said what I needed to say. But you got this. You got this. Anyways, I do need to go to work now, and I hope that this episode maybe helped you guys feel, like, better about something that happened in your past that's been eating at you, because honestly, this helped me a lot just by talking through it. Like, I've never actually talked through it. Like, I've talked about it, but I haven't, like, been able to talk through it with myself. So this was really helpful, and I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you guys are able to get through whatever you're going through, because everyone in your life loves you, and they're looking forward to seeing what you can accomplish, because everyone knows that you can accomplish a lot, because you're so talented and you're so strong. Okay? Anyways, I actually do need to go now, for real. I love you, and thank you so much for listening. If you're one of my 3 listeners, I love you. If you are a new person, thank you for listening or watching, if you're watching on YouTube. If you guys could just, like, you know, like, subscribe, leave a review if you're listening on Spotify, that would be awesome. And have a great day. And you know what? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, because it is still January, which is I can't believe that it's already 2024. Anyways, okay. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, wait, on second thought,